Alright, whatever. Just using people's names too often, need to switch to the comments they made. Alright, here we go. Alright, unoptimal, but that's okay. I don't really care about, like, half seconds here and there this early in the run. I have other things I need to prioritize over the half seconds. Good to have them, obviously, but if I kill myself over the half seconds, what happens when we get to the other ones? Hey, Dungeon! I see you got Twitch working properly. Oof, glad to hear. Glad to hear, man. Alright. Oh, yeah, that mistake there, but you managed. Oh, not high enough. Oh well. Need to just shut off and on again. Alright. Happens sometimes. Yeah. So basically what that, the reason that works is because, like, one of the processes failed in, like, it stopped, it kind of crashed, but having to shut on and off again basically forces every process to reboot, and whatever process wasn't working is fixed up, you know? Because it had to reboot. Ooh. Just thought I'd mention that in case you were interested at all. Obviously, an actual techie could explain that in more thorough detail, but that's why I understood when the techie explained it to me. Whew. Whew. Oh, it was the Wi-Fi specifically. Ooh, good to know. 134, that's a good time. That's a much better time. That one death was sad, but it's only one, and we got the faster reset on it. A few rooms that were a little slow, but it's like nothing PB wrecking at this point. Sure, certainly will be in the future, but we're not at that point yet. By the time we're at that point, I will have met my goal, I think. Oh my gosh. Thought we were at the cutscene. Was incorrect. Oop. Press that. But as long as it didn't get worse. Ah. Oh well. Ah, come on. Oh, well. I don't think that's going to be the lethal amount of time loss, but that time loss is definitely feel bad. Alright, there we are. Much better time for this section. And also Pizza Tower did seem like the best game out of all of them, but I can't play it yet because the demo's only for Windows. Yep. Good to know, good to know. And let's see you do good in this run. I'll make sure of it. Only 3 deaths so far, and all were quick deaths. Okay, not all of them were quick deaths, but they were all quick enough. Oh. I just do that, even though there is a much faster route if you know what you're doing, but I always mess up the timing for it. Which, you know, just means I need more practice, but... Oh my gosh, went too high. Icarus flew too close to the sun, it seems. Alright. Go. Oof. There. Ah, come on. There we are. Just always, this room is just like 1,000 little things can go wrong in that room, it feels like. But never a big thing. So it just always feels annoying as you get like 3 small things in your way. Knowing that's like, it's annoying but not devastating. Whew. Oh, messed that up. Oh well. Did that as just a safety precaution. Could definitely do that room better. There we are. Whew. Yep. Oop, no. So if you land on it, you have to do a proper grounded maneuver. Good or no? Ah. Didn't keep my dash. Oh well. Doing nice and swimmingly right now. Nothing exceptionally good, but nothing exceptionally bad, so I accept it. Whew. There we are. Awesome. All right, now comes the hard part. Being safe. Because if you look at the time, as long as I do it safe, we're going to have an amazing resort hotel. Celestial Resort. Ooh. Yep. Just don't know how to get through that on a single screen transition. Always have to die once to get that all synced up. There we go. That's a very good. That is a very good chapter 3. 719. 719. That's me really improving on that. Which is funny because you see 16 deaths there, but most of those were probably from the demo dash. Alright. Let's just keep going with good times. Because that's what it takes to get a PB here. Whew. Mm. Ooh. Okay, calm down. Do the Archie. What was your 2 game out of the others? I have a feeling you're referring to something that's just not coming to mind right now. What was your 2nd game out of the other? Yeah, I'm wondering, are we talking about the Pizza Tower stuff? Or are we talking about, like, yeah, I just don't know what we're talking about. Alright, the Pizza Tower and all the other options. The others were just kind of like Enter the Gungeon sort of style themes in my mind. And I just, after Pizza Tower, I'm just, it's not that they were bad, it's just I wasn't like as excited to see them. So it's like, I now know what kind of games they are. That didn't compel me to want to like hype up for them or anything like that. Like, I can see why other people would be excited for them. I was just like looking at them like, ah, so that's what this is, you know? Whew. So yeah, after Pizza Tower, they weren't really as memorable, unfortunately. Not to me, at least. And that's just a matter of taste, really, but... Come on. Yeah, you have to hit that spring before that starts up, or you get wrecked. Alright, got a hyper and dash on that last one. That was unfortunate. Unfortunately, it's not getting... This is not good, but it's not getting worse, which is all I can ask for. Oh my gosh. One more forward dash than I was expecting to need. Sub 5 minutes. Sub 5 minutes. That's another good one. Sub 5 minutes is good for me. Another sub... Was that a sub 7? Well, at least it was a sub 8. Sub 8 and a sub 5. I think this is going to be a PB. And then when we learn the new strategy for Mirror Temple, we're going to get a real good time. I think that will complete me in getting the time I'm looking for. Alright. Let's do good here. Got a little lucky there. I think I was holding up accidentally, and I just let go, so it defaulted to the correct direction. Honestly, dying might have been slightly faster there. But I didn't. Go. Whew. Deep breaths. Keep things moving. All right. I don't know how that works, but I seem to always have the correct timings there. Just by hitting it when it feels right to hit. I don't really like timing or anything, I just... Oop. Accidentally went a little too low. That was a bad room. Oh well. I had no idea if it was gonna still haunt me and break that block for me, because if it broke that block that would have been faster, but I didn't know. I still haven't controlled that character in the room, and there's no point in learning since the correct strat ends up not going into that room at all, and it's better to just learn the correct strat. Oop. Oop, come on. Don't understand why I'm doing wrong, but I do it wrong so consistently. Whew. Whew. That was not how that character is supposed to move, or not how I planned for it to move. So I'm really happy that that didn't end badly. I thought I was going to hit the wall. Did not hit the wall. Alright, gotta remember, I let him go so I can dash diagonal to get away from that enemy. Alright, see you in a bit, man. See you in a bit. Do what you need to do. Ah, come on. Go. Oof. It's the delay when you pick it up. It really piles on. Right, come on. Let's do this stage first. One stage at a time. Whew. There we go. 24:26. That seems like a much better time. 7:20. Whew. Mirror Temple could have been better, but of course, once you... the fact that I have to go B-side means I'm not worried about Mirror Temple being the bad time. In the long run, at the very least. Didn't need to grab that many feathers, but it's okay. Wow, my gosh. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Making some mistakes, that's what. Well, as long as those mistakes don't pile up and cause this run to go south, we're solid. Oof. Set up a little, but we managed. Almost messed it up again, but I did it. Oh well. And a little weird. Made some mistakes, but managed. Ooh. Glad to have you back, Dungeon Crawl. Some of these rooms were a little poor, but hopefully I don't think it's severe enough to really kill our run, you know? definitely unfortunate, but I think our run's still good. Ooh. Three times in the same spot, basically. Not even to the part that usually kills us here. Hey, Kraken Style, how's it going, man? Glad to have you here. We're hoping to get a PB because we're on a decent time. We're on a pretty decent time. And we know that we can even do better should we figure out the strat for Mirror Temple B-side. Alright, well I guess I have to go this way because I messed that up. This actually gives me a checkpoint here, which is preferable. Oof. Oof. So we went from a time loss to not as bad of a time loss. Because obviously it was unoptimal. Two, three, four. There we are. That's the kind of speed you want to keep. Speaking of D&D stuff, I need to start getting ready for my campaign. So, I'm playing, for people that don't know, I'm playing on Saturday. I'm going to be running the Session 0 for a campaign that is going to be, basically the idea was everyone in the campaign is someone who I know that is a streamer, you know? So, there's one exception, but he's a person who makes a ton of YouTube videos, so the reason why I'm having that limitation is last time I tried to stream some of my D&D campaigns, my friends who were like, oh, this is good, were okay with that, ended up, as they just got more experience being, like, you know, people are watching this, it turned out that the level of comfort started disappearing, and I don't want to force that on anyone, so everyone who's a streamer already is used to all that stuff, so don't really have to worry about them like being surprised by how it feels to be on camera, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh well. You would join it, but you made plans. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people made plans. I'm not surprised. Yeah, don't you worry about it, Kraken Style. Alright, do it safe. I mean, we didn't die, so we have to take what we get. Ah, just a little not fast enough. I love playing just as much as I love DMing. Yep. So, I was like that as well, but maybe it's just because I haven't had the right campaign for a while. But I definitely love DMing more than playing right now. Might just be because the campaigns I've been able to play in were not my kind of campaign. Which, by all means, they were other people's campaigns. They loved it. But alright. So I think that one went a little poor, but I think because I did so well in the previous ones, it doesn't matter how that went poor. Ooh. Trying to finish all my town notes this week. This may be the last free week for you. Ooh. However, I always am down if I had more prep time in advance, so feel free to ask me anytime. That'd be awesome. Ooh. Speaking of which, I do need to do some prep. I have general concepts. Like, I know, like, I want this sort of character, but I have no name for the character. I have no physical description for the character. So there are actually some things I need to do. It's my inner RPG sort of thing. I love seeing what other people make. Yep. Right. So Dungeon Crawl, if I can just give one piece of advice that I think trumps all other advice we've given you on making video games, it's just start. Doesn't matter how small it is, doesn't matter how weird it is, just like find like whether you're using Construct 3, whether you're using Unity, whatever it is, I would say just start. Because you'll learn more skills, you'll learn more knowledge about creating games by just creating games than anything else. And starting from scratch is where everyone starts, so like just start. That will teach you more knowledge than we can assist you with, you know? By a long shot. But yes, Krakenstyle and I have both made not big games, but I know he's made an RPG, and my senior project was a little twin stick shooter. So plus I have other ideas that I've had on the belt, backburner sort of theme, but just haven't found the time for. Oop. All right. Okay. Alright. Well, you guys can have that discussion while I'm doing this, because obviously it's hard to comment while I'm focusing on the run, especially on the final stage of the run. Oh, no. Made a little mistake, but at least I didn't kill myself with the mistake. Because that's definitely something I've done before. Aw. Gotta give myself time before I jump out of that one. Alright. Ooh. There we are. Aw. Alright. Yep, that's the room that I just need to get through. I don't really care how fast it's done, as long as it's done in time. Oof. Focus. We're in this room. Focus on this room. Making some stupid mistakes. Hopefully those don't add up. Oof. All right. That's not the fast route. Also, dying makes it an even slower route, but it's alright. Yeah, the snowballs have just become a lot harder of a mechanic to deal with. Oh my gosh. I'm just assuming I'm higher than I actually am and making some mistakes that I really shouldn't be. Ooh. Just hope this doesn't go much further in time, because I don't know how we're doing on time anymore. Because just like my PBs times have just been so weird with this stage. I don't know. Messed it up. Oh. Like, I sure hope I hit that key. Alright. Oop. Alright. So the time loss is starting to pile up, unfortunately, guys. I'm not sure if this is still a PB. Still obviously shooting for the best I can, but... Made a mistake. Alright. So yeah, we're pretty close to my average time that I've had recently, so... Unfortunately, not like an obvious PB, but still possible. Still possible. Still very much possible. That's a 44 instead of a 45 or a 46. Ooh. Oh yeah, so Crackit Style, unless they're a mod, they are unable to add links to the chat, so... Since you're a mod, you could add links, but since Dungeon Crawl is not, that's why he's getting censored. Ooh. really need to focus right now. I can do this. I have a minute and a half to get to the top. Oh my gosh. Well, it's by about 30 seconds. That's a PB by about 30 seconds. Couldn't break the sub 48, but broke what I wanted to. Alright. So, so what I did is while we're letting this credits roll, I am now reading Krakenstyle's credits on the call conversation about games. I've done a lot of stuff. I first made a scoreboard app in Python, remade Yahtzee in Visual Studio, and then I made Legend of Vil. Oh, then I remade Connect 4 in Python. Now I have done one D&D one-shot, which is considered a game to some people, and currently working on turn-based RPG while working on my second D&D campaign that has multiple sessions. I have plenty of experience. So yeah, if you consider a D&D campaign to be experienced with creating video games, oh, I have experience. That thing is, I don't, because there's definitely the programmatic spectrum. You can create... I would say creating a D&D campaign means you have the wisdom to create a full story with, like, branching paths and all that. Is definitely a very viable thing, but it's like, you know, no program... You can't really make a game without some programming knowledge. And a D&D campaign can be made on the whim with no programmatic knowledge. So I will make that distinction. Otherwise, yes, it is very valuable to be able to create D&D campaigns. My first RPG was just kind of one of those things where you're just going to jump right in and not figure out along the way. I did put that in order of when I did each project. I also study a lot of game design by playing games too, and there's some good channels. Some of the old extra credits are really good for game design stuff. The newer stuff talks about just like morals and like AAA side of things, but the old stuff was actually made from a person who was like a pixel art person, so they actually were focused on just in the game development side. They are definitely more on the like, they talk about bigger games than instead of smaller games, but a lot of their concepts fall for both. They work for both. I'm just going to start making small games until I have enough for bigger ones. Perfect. That's exactly how you want to do this. The Yahtzee project was as a fledgling programmer in high school, and it took me a year to finish in coding. Still very proud of it, and you should be, man. These other projects, minus the D&C stuff, I keep to myself. Because the only one I feel comfortable with is my RPG, but I need to work on the grammar first. Everything else is basically resume stuff. And then Judge Cross saying he wants to do his games in itch.io. I do not know too much about itch.io, but... You're also planning to make music? Ooh, that would be pretty cool. As well as mods for other games. As for if I want a guest player, so I have... I'll talk about that game in just a bit. But, like we said, one thing at a time. What was the time? 4805, new PB, Ace-Law, new PB. And a lot more deaths. That definitely was in position to get a much better PB, but at least we got a PB. Some people do count that stuff, and yeah. Itchy.io, I honestly have no idea between the difference. But anyways, good run. Good run.